समीर भाई गुड आफ्टरनून।
गुड
अच्छे हैं
आफ्टरनून।
आप? कैसे हैं
Dr.
समीर भाई?
बढ़िया बढ़िया।
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amol.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. Yes.
Looking very silent.
Doctors, we are live. We can begin. Thank
Yes.
you.
Good afternoon, Pranam, Namaskar to all the respected dignitaries. Welcome to our IAP National President, Dr. G.V. Basavaraja, sir. Dear President-elect, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 ji. Dear immediate past President, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 ji. And very happy to welcome Dr. �yogesh_parikh, sir, our HSG, and Dr. Atanu Badra, our National Treasurer as well as all the members of the OB, the Executive Board of 2024, the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Also, warm welcome to our chief guest for today, everybody's teacher, Dr. 𝐁𝐨𝐨𝐧 sir, who will be joining in a few minutes. My colleagues from the media committee and from the scientific committee, Dr. Geeta Patil ma'am, Dr. Baindur sir, Dr. Shantaraj ji, my dear friend, Dr. Amresh Patil ji, and from the expert committee led by Dr. Samir Shah bhai, all the other wonderful people who have worked on this, and most warm welcome to all our 5 vice presidents who have been such an instrumental figures in taking this message of IAP की बात community के साथ, because जहाँ community का word आता है, it means people and it means human engagement and it means connecting from one person to other. There was the time when connection was from one person to another, but बाद में बीच में something else came in the middle, and that was the screen. And instead of connecting to each other, we started connecting by this. And unfortunately, instead of looking at each other, we were looking at the wall, we were looking at the roof, and we were talking to somebody else. And for a developmental pediatrician, what can be worse than something that leads to poor eye contact? And just the fact that now you are no longer communicating like this, but you are communicating like this, looking somewhere and talking somewhere, takes away the human engagement part of it. And unfortunately, that has gone on to such a level that today the person in front of us is no longer needed, no longer important. It is only the medium that is important. And the media and the digital media and the screens have become probably one of the biggest challenges in the world. As Shakespeare said, the fault is not in the stars, it is in ourselves. So maybe there is something that we are doing wrong while using this. And I think the best way to deal with this is for taking up this matter in, I would call, the Janta Ki Adalat, which is the IAP Ki Baat community ke saath, because this is where IAP goes to the community. And I'm very happy and proud and grateful to Dr. Basavaraj sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 sir, to take this topic and treat it as equally important as a totally otherwise medical topic, like maybe antibiotics, to understand that the potential of screen to harm children physically as well as mentally, not just mentally, physically as well, is so great that it requires to be dealt with as much seriousness as maybe antibiotics or some other things. And hence today we are very proud to say that we are going to cover this topic in great detail. Our expert committee is here in full strength. And I would like to invite our dear beloved President, sir, Dr. Basavaraja ji, to give his inaugural address about the IAP Ki Baat community ke saath and this topic. So please put your hands together for President Sir Dr. Basavaraj.
Thank you so much, Dr. Samir ji. Excellent overview of today's program and the topic which has been chosen with the great input from our Honorable President-elect, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 ji, and with our immediate past President, Dr. 𝐸𝑝endra ji, our dynamic secretary, Professor �yogesh_parikh, and National Treasurer, Dr. Atanu Badra ji, and today's chief guest, Professor teachers of teacher, our teachers of all, which is rightly put by our Dr. Samir ji, Professor 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 Nair and of course our team of experts of IAP के बाद community के साथ who has been created in almost a big awareness across the country, led by Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Samir Dalwai, Dr. Shantaraj, Dr. Kishore Baindur, Dr. Amresh Patil, and of course this one which has been Samir Shah, Dr. Kalyani Patra, and all others who has been really involved in the preparation of this one. When we talk about a screen is an boon or bane, what really the things which is and lot of, especially following the COVID-19, lot of things has been changed. Whole spectrum of things has been changed. Even the Indian Academy of Pediatrics came out with a screen guidelines. Now it is high time for us to look at the, in spite of a screen guidelines which has been published in Indian Pediatrics and creating awareness, and what we are getting in cases of developmental and behavioral disorders in a younger age group also. Previously, we used to talk about only in adolescents and young adults. Even now, we are seeing it in a younger age group also. That is where, which is an alarming thing for an Indian Academy of Pediatrics to come out and change our policy of thinking. That is why this burning topic, which has been chosen to share the authentic and reliable and required information to the community, where our 48,000 members, along with our official spokesperson of our IAP के बाद community के साथ, along with the 48,000 members, can play a bigger role in the across the country, where this is the need of the hour. That is the reason why Dr. Geeta Patil Madam, Dr. Sameer Dalwai and whole core group has been taken this topic, which is really the, we can say it is a social emergency, where we have to play in a bigger role as a respectable organization. I am sure all our National Executive Board member, OB member, and state office bearer, and the IAP spokesperson will play the bigger role in this important issue. The best wishes for the today's program. Thank you very much, Dr. Sameerji. The moment M.K.C. Nair sir joins, during that time you can invite sir to say few words. And please propagate this one in your social media, especially Facebook, Twitter, and your patients group, as well as in a printed media, as well as in a television and other medias too.
Social emergency, that deserves a round of applause, sir. I think you have highlighted it and brought the point forward. It is genuinely a social medical emergency, and we need to make this across, because there was a video which once was recorded. I don't like to talk personally, but this is such a personal topic. Speaking at some function somewhere, and somebody made a video clip of it, and it went viral, where I was saying that the screen is more dangerous than narcotics. Why? Because nobody will buy narcotics for their child, but they are feeling very happy to buy the screens for their child. I think it's very important to take this matter to the public, and it is a press which is going to be the perfect vehicle for this. So as per the tradition of the IAP की बात community के साथ, we have a press release today ready, not just in English, but in multiple languages, showing that how keen the IAP is to take the matter to the community. And I request and invite the President Sir, Dr. Basavaraja ji, as well as our dear President-elect Sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐿𝐾𝐞, to jointly announce and declare the press release. So over to both the gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Sameerji. This is a press release which is there in English and also other languages. Please make a use of it. I'll declare this has been released. Over to Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐿𝐾𝐞.
Yeah, I also declare that this press note has been released for general circulation. I request all our members to circulate it and try to make it to print media as well as the digital media. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much again. Wonderful release, multiple languages, and we'd request each and every member who's here, as well as the member of the IAP, to circulate it to their known journalist friends and to display it on their social media. It is now my pleasant duty to request, with the welcome from all of us, to welcome our dear President-elect Sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐿𝐾𝐞, who has been very instrumental, along with Dr. Basavaraj Sir, in bringing up this entire project and this topic about screen time, boon or bane. And we I would also, in the intervening time, request Shruti to please share the press release in the chat box. And now it is my pleasant duty to invite our dear President-elect Sir, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐿𝐾𝐞, to guide us on what are his thoughts for taking this ahead. Dr. 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐞, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sameer. Respected Dr. Basavaraja, President 2024 CIP, and all dignitaries present to this moment. Of course, our today's Chief Guest, Dr. M.K.C. Nair, in his absence here. today's topic is really very important topic, and we are facing a lot of problems in this. So, esteemed members of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, good afternoon. It's an honor to address you today. I will not address, I am going to talk with you today on the critical topic of screen media, that is a boon or bane. Really, you consider yourself. You are always telling that no screen, no screen. What happened at your home? When your child or your nephew see the screen and he cries for that screen, you have to be uh, bow down and you have to give that screen to him. That's really today's problem. So I want to commend all of you for your active participation in discussion. Your insight reflect our shared commitment to the well-being of our children and community. As screen becomes an integral part of the daily life, I told you just now, we face both opportunities and challenges. While technology can enhance learning and foster creativity, it also poses risks like excessive screen time and exposure to inappropriate content. The same thing happening with our profession also. Now, people are afraid of taking radiology because of threat by AI. So this is a simple example. As a pediatrician, we have a vital role in guiding parents and educators. Here, I will give few tips or strategies to consider. One, educational workshop. We should organize the sessions in school to inform parents about managing screen time and choosing age appropriate content. Parent child activities. Initially, there was lot of time to mother, parents, so they were sharing lot of time with their child. But nowadays, because of the busy schedule, nuclear family, it happened that bonding is not there and parents are giving less time. So that time should be increased and there should be a physical activity. Digital literacy program. We have to increase awareness. What is the digital literacy? We have to teach the children critical skill to evaluate, count, and understand online safety. Each and every children in school should know what is the side effects of the screen. So again, community engagement. That's why this is we are doing that IAP के बाद community के साथ. Community engagement is important that collaborate with the local organization. Always take NGOs like a Rotary, Lions, and all other NGOs to along with you, to work along with us. And definitely, research is very important. I know neurodevelopment chapter, adolescent chapter, they are really doing a wonder in research as well as the promotion. I want to thank both the chapter for this. So continue the work. And now this is not the duty of only AHA or neurodevelopment chapter, but it's all duty of a 46,000 member to spread the message. What are the side effects and how to go ahead to fight against this. In conclusion, the discussion around screen media is ongoing, but as a pediatrician, we can shape a positive narrative. Let us work together to empower families to find a healthy balance, ensuring that screen media enrich their lives. I again telling you, this program started in year 2024 by Dr. Basavaraja along with me and along with our team. I want to continue this program for next year also. Thank you for your attention and I look forward to our continued effort to make a positive impact in our community. Thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai IAP.
Think collaboration and cooperation is a hallmark of progress. And that's a wonderful thing that we are going to continue with this initiative to reach out to the community. Thank you, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐞𝐞𝐧, for highlighting your plans to continue with this same program ahead, because there is so much more to be done. Already we have done so much, but yet there is so much to be done. When we go ahead, and just one quick word, if you check in the chat box, you will see the press releases in multiple languages. And please feel free and make it a point to share with the local language because the press always highlights that part better. Coming now, again back to the program going ahead, we would like now to invite our immediate past president, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, who has been a very active part of community programs and taking initiatives of IAP to the community with this program last year. Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, over to you for your comments because screen time was one of the essential components of your SSS program. Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧.
Thank you so much, Dr. Samir. Respected Dr. Basavaraja, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, and all the key members, Dr. Geeta Patil Madam, Dr. Shantaraj, Amresh, and all those who are involved in this program, IAP Ki Baat community ke saath, all my wonderful colleagues, 48,000 IAPians who have all joined in for this great mission. I think when I heard the topic, the media, boon or bane, it reminded me of my school days when I had participated in a school debate, Doordarshan, boon or bane. I'm talking about 1975. And imagine at that time, one screen with couple of 2 or 3 hours of program with one single channel. Still, people were thinking whether it is boon or it could be bane. And you know what has happened from Doordarshan, what has happened from a single channel to thousands of channels and the way it has gone. And now we have so many other medias. So definitely, I think we all need to know that how the screen is used and in what context will ultimately determine whether it is boon or bane. Very important to understand the 3 things which are beyond anybody's doubt that the importance of screen is there. Information, I think vast is also a short word. I feel it doesn't convey the amount of information that we gain through this digital media. So information is there. Communication, we are all talking about reaching the unreached. And it was made possible only because of screen and digital, the evolution that has happened, that we are really able to reach everywhere in the nook and corner of entire world, forget only the country. And lastly, the health part. Health is so important. The digital health mission, because we cannot survive now without this. Forget for pediatric population, I'm not talking about entertainment uses or the e-commerce uses of digital. So these are the boons which we are definitely, indebted to media for the information, for the communication, for the health. But talking as we pediatricians, everybody is aware of it. It is intoxicating and the time has come that we need to have some digital detox. Imagine the kind of social isolation we have all going through, and our young generation, it is going through just because they're continuously hooked on, addicted to this. And this social isolation is preventing them from getting developed into so many important things. Lack of physical activity, sleep deprivation, the mental health issues. And when I talk about my adolescents, the social comparison, that is an integral part of this digital onslaught, which is also causing so many challenges to my young adolescents. So all in all, we have to be judicious. We have to strike a balance. And I'm sure today, this is yet another opportunity. We have all been talking about it. And as Samir very rightly said, in Sankalp Sampurna Swasthya, we gave a message that convert your screen time to green time, meaning thereby go to the nature, be physically active, play outside, don't be hooked on to media. I think that is what we need to do that. And this is another opportunity. Let's spread this message and then empower our younger generation and also their parents so that the entire country gets little wiser as far as use of screen media is considered. Thank you so much, dear Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Vasan, Dr. Samir, and all those who are involved. A great initiative, and let's ensure that the message goes across the nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Very crisp and short, and your experience of having covered hundreds of schools last year, literally thousands, to take the message across. Thank you, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, sir. I would now like to invite our Honorable Secretary General, Dr. Professor Yogesh Parikh, who has been working tirelessly for this program, to please address the academy. Dr. Yogesh Bhai.
Yeah. Respected seniors and the dear colleagues, warm welcome to our President, Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Vasan Khalatkar, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, Dr. Samir Darwai, and whole office bearer and the team of IAP Ki Baat community ke saath. So, rightly mentioned by Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Vasan, and Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐧, as we are navigating in the digital age, the question of today's title, screens are a boon or the bane for our children and the community, more pressing. And while we are our technology offers some opportunity like for the learning and the creativity and connection. As we know, all the schools from the beginning of the nursery to the college and all the education, they are offering this all the screen time for the learning. So it also presents a significant challenge to our children's health and development, as Dr. Upendraji mentioned, the screen time, the sleep time, and all these things. So it is very crucial so we can guide the families and our young patients toward the balance and the informed screen use, and we can encourage them for the educational content and the interactive learning with their minds. And so we can also emphasize that the importance of the physical activity, because of this all screen time, TV watching, and we are facing the issues of the obesity and the development issue and everything. So we can encourage the physical activity. We can ask them to for the importance of the face-to-face interaction, because everyone is sitting together, but different hands in the mobile of each one. So there is no adequate communication between them, no adequate sleep, no adequate food. So this is the most hazardous things for our community. So by fostering the mindful approach to the screen time, we can harness its benefit while in mitigating the potential harm also. Let us lead by the example, because we are using the screen time every day. We are on the online every day, almost 4-5 hours or more than that, for the digital meetings, Zoom meetings, and everything. So let us lead by example. Let us advocate the healthy digital well-being and for nurture the well-being of our young patients and the family. So thank you very much for rightly selecting this topic. Today's topic, screen for our boon or bane for our children and the community. Thank you very much. Over to you, Samir Bhai.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yogesh sir. Thank you very much for highlighting these issues. Thank you very much. It's over now. My pleasure to go over and request our National Treasurer, Dr. Atanu Badra, has been a person working at the grassroots level at the community for many, many years, probably has a direct connect and an experience of what happens at the grassroots. And I'm sure he will also speak about some benefits of the media as well, because everybody has also been speaking about the bane part of it. But Dr. Atanu, you are the treasurer. You have to balance the profit and the loss and the revenue and the assets and the expenses. So I'm sure you will do a good balancing job here also. Over to you, Dr. Atanu.
Thank you, Samir Bhai. It's an unenviable position because all our members, all of us will be talking to the press with the press releases ready and with the scientific documents ready, with the material ready. But a major part of the press, as Samir had said, is the electronic media. So we'll be depending on the electronic media to send our message across the country to the community. And today also we are doing this program on the screen. So that is another thing where I think it would be very difficult. We'll have to depend on our communication skills of all our members, that when you talk to the parents, we'll have to say that the balancing is required, the number of hours, the monitoring of what your child is seeing, the how much it's not at the price of family time that this should be used. But still, again, the schools will ask for virtual classes. The adolescents will be going for classes on the screen. And of course, entertainment today, long time ago, as Upendra sir was telling, that it was Doordarshan for 3 hours. Now it is thousands of channels over 24/7 and everywhere. And gone are the days when the family went to a movie once in a month and it was family time. Now all is on OTT, all is on TV. There are multiple channels. So the different members of the family will be seeing different movies on the same day. So it's really something that is what you can say, that we have paid the price for knowledge. We have paid the price for digital India, digital world. We are paying the price for digital education. See, everything has comes with a price tag attached to it, and this is the price tag. And unfortunately, the main part of the price is being paid by our children. So I think the communication skills will be talking to our parents. We have to be careful. We're talking to the press. We have to be careful. We cannot say that this is totally bad. We have to balance it and say that yes, we depend on your electronic media to send our message. And I know if you talk to a press and say that this is all bad, they will say that our profession will be at stake then. So this balancing is very much needed. And I am sure that all our members are great in communication skills, and particularly our spokesperson, the EV members, the OBs, and in fact all the 46,000 members who will have to balance it when we talk to our parents and when we talk to the press, when we talk to the local authorities. Over to Samir.
Yeah, sure. That's the great trick of the treasurer, to balance both the sides and keep everybody happy. That's perfect. That's the right way. And we need to be positive about it as well as highlight the dangers. And the success of any program depends on how much you follow up what has been done earlier and monitoring of what was done. Dr. Bendur sir, Dr. Shantaraj ji are constantly doing that. And my dear friend Dr. Amrish Patil is the person who always puts together every time the work done for the past event of IAP ki baat community ke saath, the one about the antibiotics. For some technical reasons, he will not be able to address all of us today. On his behalf, as his brother, I will be sharing with you the work done by him and by all of us and by all of you in the academy, all the 6,000 members across the country, about the last topic that we undertook. Shruti ma'am, may I request you please to share the video. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. There is also a film which we are developing, which was shown last time about the antibiotic usage. A little bit of technical
Sir,
work.
one sec. Sir, one sec.
Sir,
Can you hear me? MKC.
Yes, yes. So we are
I'm
very
going to the
excited.
hospital. Before that, I'll just say hello and go. I'm not well. That's why all this confusion. I just say one or two words and then go.
Sir, we should allow MKC sir.
I'm having high fever.
Just wanted to welcome our dear respected teacher of teachers, Dr. 𝐿𝐾𝐶 Nair, sir, with folded hands. Sir, thank you so much for your presence. Please go ahead, sir.
I'll just say 4 words. No slide you can show later. When you talk about adolescent, then of course there are 4-5 things you need to be careful. One, we need to understand that it is the psychosis is not the ultimate diagnosis. Most children will have depression and will have anxiety. So how to get screen for them in the community? That is what we talk about 7 TSQ questionnaire. First thing question is, everything is there in the first. Do you have you have tension, problems, you have general questions which everybody will have. Then specifically you say the body symptoms like shivering, you may have a vomiting, you may have other symptoms like shivering of the hand, you may have heartbeat going up, all that, which all suggests anxiety problem. Whereas if it is depression, there are 3 things. One is the body symptoms are there, like appetite is affected, the sleep is affected, and sexual function is affected. So if you screen these 3, then you know that whether you are in the what you call anxiety pathway or depression pathway. Psychosis is entirely different, where you may have a hallucination and delusion. Hallucination is different from delusion. Hallucination is, there may be, you are just, without having anything, you feel there is somebody there. But delusion is unshakable false belief, and that cannot be changed without the drug risperidone. Now, how do you decide whether it is depression or not? Nowadays, most people believe, authorities believe that you don't have to diagnose depression as such, except in some clinical situation. If you are in the school, please do not label as depression. You only talk about depressive symptom, anxiety symptom. Okay. So we had done one study long ago published, in which we actually talked about these symptoms, how many percent of the children had, but every child will get intervention, not only those who have problem. So what happened? Labeling effect is not there. Okay. Then what are the last three questions? You feel you are not. You feel you are worthless. You feel you are helpless. Okay. And you also feel that there is no future for you. That may be the one leading you to what you call suicidal tendencies. If you do this much, this is enough for you to diagnose most of the common ones. Then, of course, you have bipolar, which will have up and down mood and all that. Okay. Confirm this. We have a very good study from one village side where 500 children in the village was actually seen. And what do we find? Three findings there. Number one, anxiety disorder and depression go together. If the anxiety is there, depression will be there. If depression is there, concurrent anxiety will be there. And fortunately, the drug of choice for both are same, fluoxetine. So naturally, only thing dose may be little different. Depression you need little less dose. So in that case, we can always use fluoxetine. There are many other drugs which I don't think pediatricians should write too many drugs. One is enough. And then the last part I want to say is, when you do, there is too much of emphasis on drug. There's too much of emphasis on drug. Instead of drug, you should be talking about behavior therapy. Okay. And what is behavior therapy? You may not be the psychologist to give behavior therapy, but you are a parent, you are a teacher, and you will be able to give them some amount of therapy, psychological support. And what we do is, in fact, common one in the school, suppose you have 10, 15, 20% children have some depressive symptoms, give the common intervention to all the people so that there's no labeling effect. And we have proved it in Indian pediatrics. Actually, Remini John, she was a PG who actually did this work for 8 to 10 months in the school and conclusively proved that it is very, very effective method to do that. Now, what is left? You only have psychosis. Psychosis, of course, do not start drug without consulting the psychiatrist. There's a new tendency coming now that anybody and everybody will be given drugs. No, that is not there. You must, 7 years ago, I started doing all this. Then also I used to consult the psychiatrist. Now also I consult the psychiatrist, because you may make a mistake. Let's not make a mistake. And any drug you are using, you must have it in front. What is the dose? Check it by another person if you have another doctor, and it should be pasted in the clinic. And what are the common problems? Last week, somebody was telling me this one atomoxetine was given in very high dose, and the child had intractable. Samir, did you say that? Somebody,
Yes, sir.
did you say that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. What was the thing? How much dose they had given?
So overdose, the parents also didn't realize it. The doctor hadn't written very clearly, and they kept on overdosing it, sir. So that created the problem.
And child had uncontrollable fits and all that. If you have something like that happening in your clinic, you are finished forever, because the adult psychiatrist will say these, idiotic people have not learned psychiatry, but they are writing drugs left and right. So what I do is, what is recommended in the IJP by the professor of psychiatry, Paul Russell, sir, and he has written very clearly, why pediatricians should see these cases, why drugs should be given, what monitoring should be given. Please, for heaven's sake, read those articles before prescribing drug. Other things, nothing will happen. Even if you make a small mistake in counseling and all, nothing will happen. I hope, now I'm getting breathless. I hope I have covered the most important part. Geeta, I'm so sorry for giving you so much trouble, but I'm just not well.
No, sir, Samir, sir. I
No,
think
sir.
dedication is beyond, I think.
Absolutely, sir.
I'm just going to hospital. My driver is.
Thank you so much.
I have some breathing.
And our
problem.
best love and our best wishes to you, sir. Absolutely, our gratitude to you, sir. Nothing, you are going to be absolutely all right.
Samir saw me yesterday. I was in the other 2 days. I was in that NDP chapter, and there something happened. I think too much of AC or something which put me into trouble. Now I'm finding it difficult to breathe properly. But I'll go there and get the pulse oximeter and all. But tomorrow I'm sure you'll be okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Professor 𝐿𝐾𝐶 Nair, sir, for wisdom of your words and inspiration. It gives us a lot of inspiration, sir. Wish you a happy, speedy recovery, sir. Speedy recovery. Sir. So we are honored, sir. We are really honored with your commitment. It is an example to all the IAPNs of 48,000 members. What we can do it. Really, we are inspired by your words of wisdom, sir. Thank you so much.
I didn't want to check in before eating something because I was having that nausea. I had taken the paracetamol, and empty stomach, it will give you too much of nausea. I said, let me eat little food and then take paracetamol. Thank you all. See, when Srinivasan sir says something, it is a last word. Thank you, sir. Okay. My slides are there. If somebody wants, you can share it. No problem. Only 5 slides, nothing great. Okay. Thank you.
My God, I mean, it is phenomenal to actually see this, the way sir's dedication and the presence of mind and the effort to be a teacher. Amazing, unbelievable. I think a big round of applause to sir with all our good wishes. I mean, if you are all in person, it would have deserved a standing ovation, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So, Geeta ma'am, shall we go ahead with Dr.
Sir, I think message can I give, sir? Sir,
yes,
given me the message.
sir is here. Yeah.
Sir is there, sir.
Yes, sir is there.
Today is the screen boon and bane, and our topic, I think you have given us a lot of pearls of wisdom about the mental health problems, and we know that screen leads to lot of mental health problems, and we cannot avoid using the screen. All of us, we know about that. And before talking anything, let me introduce sir. So far, we are not introduced. Sir is looking quite sick. You need to take a rest. I think I'm very sure sir is very awkward when I start introducing him, but let me complete my agenda that Dr. MKC sir, we know that he was a national president in IAP as well as in NNF. He was a national president for the Regional Clinical Epidemiology Network. Then he was an emeritus professor research and formerly VC of Kerala University of Health Sciences. He is emeritus professor in developmental behavioral and adolescent pediatric, founder director of CDC Kerala and this Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences. He is a founder secretary for developmental pediatrics and adolescent pediatrics. He has developed and published 11 screening tools. The TSQM we are using left and right in our practice, which is so useful. Apart from that, many other screening tools. He had provided a research base for Government of India, National Program, RBSK, RKSK, developed 2 specialties, developmental pediatric, adolescent pediatric. It's real creditable, sir. He is a mentor and guide to many. I'm very sure he is good in all the topics, not only adolescent medicine and neurodevelopment, but he's a great teacher. And he has started 8 new courses in CDC and 12 in Kerala University of Health Sciences. His community activities, all of we know that he's been given a Lifetime Achievement Award by IAP and IMA. He's editor-in-chief of National IAP Textbook of Pediatric. He has, to his credit, I don't want because sir is not keeping well, many oration, publication, books. He's a mentor and guide to me. So he always tells about the screen time should be healthy screen time. It should not compromise the physical activity, studies, and the skills, social skills. So that becomes an unhealthy screen time. And screen time previously, as Basavaraj sir told it is a social emergency, and it was a TV before. Now we have moved on to the very advanced gadgets, and those gadgets definitely we cannot stay away. We cannot imagine our life. So it becomes so pervasive. I think Samir sir will tell autism and exposure to screen in the early age is very common. So we know that all the age group, right from 6 months to the geriatric, this problem is there. We have to use a balanced attitude should be there. More than the time, we have to see the quality. We have to have a media diet. We have to have a family media plan, how to do digital detox. All these things are covered in our content and our PPT, which will be shared on our website later. And thank you very much, sir. Sir has to unveil one poster. Sir, Shruti, can you just...
Yes, poster and video both.
Both
We can-
poster, sir, just you have to unveil, just say unveil and video and
But you do it and take it as I have done it.
No, sir, sir. No, sir, just you have to comment, sir. Please, Shruti. Sir.
Tale of Time. Oh, very good.
Welcome to the Tale of Timeland, a screen-free adventure. Once upon a time, in a place called Timeland, everything was cheerful and the world was happy. Inside a cozy house, the time clock rules the family. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Mom is rushing around, cleaning and cooking and office works. Dad is in a virtual meeting. The child comes and asks, "Mom, Dad, can we go out and play?" The parent says, "Not now, we are busy." The parents then introduce their child to 3 new friends, Mr. Football, Miss Book, and the Screen. The dad says, "Meet Mr. Football, he'll make you strong." Mr. Football said, "I'll build your stamina, keep you fit, and make you fast." Mom then says, "This is Miss Book, she'll help you learn." Miss Book says, "Hello, I'll boost your imagination, improve your language skills, and make you wise." The Screen at the corner laughed mischievously. The child takes Mr. Football to Dad. He asks, "Dad, let's go and play with Mr. Football." Dad says, "I am busy. Go and play with the Screen." The child is sad and walks away. He then takes Miss Book to Mom. He asks, "Mom, can we read together?" Mom says, "I am too busy right now. Go watch the Screen." The child starts spending time with the Screen. The Screen grows early. Apps and games start swirling around the child, pulling him in. The child becomes hypnotized and slowly gets trapped inside the Screen. The Screen laughs. "Now you're all mine." The parents search frantically for their child but can't find him anywhere. Where is our child? What happened to him? How did he get trapped in here? Suddenly, the hero, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, appears with a cape floating in the wind.
Sir, what?
The IAP hero says, "Parents, you are the antidote. Your time, your love, and outdoor play are what can free your child from this." The parents then start realizing. They start spending time with the child. They play football together, read books, and go outside for fun activities. Slowly, the child begins to emerge from the Screen, breaking free from its grips. The family is now happily playing outdoor in the park with Mr. Football and Miss Book by their side. The birds are chirping, the timeline is once again a happy place. And with the power of time, love and play, the family brought balance back to the timeline and the world was chirpy once again. The moral of the story is, give time, not just screens. Let's build a healthy future together. Thank you.
I think excellent message, put in a very nice way. Whoever made it, congratulations. Excellent message, very short, crisp and nice.
Story by Dr. Samir Dalwai, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And
We
done
had
by
promised
It has
last
to be.
time.
It has to be our future national president. I know. Can't be anybody else.
Thank you, sir. It was actually Shruti and her team also are doing great job. And Dr. Kalyani is here.
Okay.
Kalyani also should be highlighted because it was basically a concept that she came up with, Dr. Kalyani Patra. And then just in a couple of days, Shruti, yeah, hi Kalyani, very good idea. And Shruti, you did a great job just in a
Thank you,
very
sir.
small time. You made the entire story.
Okay, doctor.
Shruti, well done. And Kalyani, good idea as well.
The poster is there, poster.
No, just show the poster, please.
Closing idea.
Shruti, can you share the poster?
No. Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is a screen swap challenge that can be circulated to all the clinics and hospitals. Please do circulate so that, they see this poster and start sharing their reading time and play time. Dr. Samir, over to you for explanation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. We actually, Dr. Kalyani had this idea that time is a place in which there is a boy who has three friends. And then we thought that we'll develop it that parents, unfortunately, are busy. They are constantly, the clock is ruling everybody's life. And parents have no time because they have to do their jobs, they have to manage the house. And that is a real reason why they're neglecting being with the child and just buying things for the child. And the child cannot play the football or read on his own. He needs a parent. Again, they have no time. And that is what is driving the child towards the screens. And the message that you are trying to give is don't blame the child or don't blame the screen. Parents need to understand that if the only antidote, the only vaccine, the only antibiotic for screen use or media addiction is to replace the screen with a human being. It can be the mother or the father or the aunt or the uncle or the neighbor or a friend, but it has to be a human being who has to replace the screen. Kalyani, you wanted to add?
Yes, sir. Actually, this idea came because right now, because of the busy world, parents are spending hardly any time. And we see the dependency happens when nobody is there to cater to the child's needs. So this concept come from that. And I think every parent, if understand that they should divide their time and give some quality time to children and limit the screen and monitor it, then screen can be used positively for the children.
Okay. I only have two comments. One, she has very clearly said, do not talk about not using mobile, but you talk about what else can be used. So give plenty of other alternatives. That is one point. Second point she was trying to highlight probably was that, all of us have this habit of clinging to something for comfort. Okay. So I think even adults have this, problem. How can you blame a small child to do? And the third point would be, I think we should take a decision that every IAP chapter should take a relatively junior MD psychiatry boy or girl into the IAP fold. Maybe we can give them free what you call membership, but they should help us with the drug therapy, because now I'm very scared of what is happening. 45, 48 years ago, it was a professor of psychiatry who would advise me on drugs. And now then it was Paul Russell, but I think we need to have somebody, because we are not using these drugs left and right. Nobody need to tell us how should you use crocin to a pediatrician, because you're using it left and right, but not many of these psychotropic drugs. So I think we need to have a consultant, MD psychiatry, or DPM psychiatry person in each branch, and we can give them free membership if law allows it. Thank you. And one more point, Geeta.
Yes, sir.
Why I refuse to come to many of these conferences, it takes only few hours for me to get sick fast. Yesterday, Samir was with me. I was very, very healthy. But something went wrong there in the AC or whatever it is. Today, I'm in very bad shape. So if I am alone in another city, then I feel very restless, and my wife won't allow that. That's the biggest reason I'm not traveling anywhere. Thank you all very much. Excuse me for not coming for everything. I can't. At this age, I can't. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Still your
Please
virtual
highlight,
presence
please
is a big
highlight Dr.
bonus.
Basavaraj. Please highlight Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Vasant. Dr. Basavaraj,
Thank
over to you.
I saw the name, but I didn't see him. Sir, one word.
Yeah, thank you very much, MKC sir. Definitely we'll take the agenda forward, sir. Thank you.
Vasant,
Yeah, sir, it's my
one
problem.
good word from me. It will be good for next 1 year.
We'll take this agenda forward. Definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Sir, take care, sir.
Okay, I'm just
Please
going
take
to
it, sir.
hospital.
Please take it.
I'm just
Wish
going to
you speedy
hospital.
recovery.
No problem.
Thank you so much, MKC sir, Dr. Basav, Dr. Vasant. Thank you so much, Dr. Geeta, for filling in immediately with all those things. I think it's now my pleasant duty to invite the person who represents the expert committee, the convener of the committee, none other than our dear friend Dr. Samir Shah, who all of us know very well, is a wizard with all the IT and everything. So, Dr. Samir Shah, over to you for your comments. Just one moment, let me just see. Yeah, so it's over to you. About what message did you have in mind as part of the scientific committee to go over to the people? And over to you.
So, dear friends, respected our President Dr. Basavaraj sir, President-elect Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐿𝐴 sir, immediate past President Dr. 𝐁𝐨𝐨𝐧 sir, our Honorary Secretary Dr. Yogesh Parikh, and Treasurer Apnu Badra, and all the esteemed faculty and other people present today here, along with our chief guest and our respected teacher Dr. MKC Nair sir, and two key people who is working right and left for this IAP part in community ke saath, Dr. Geeta Patil and Dr. Samir Jalwai. My sincere thanks for this opportunity to give this opportunity to us and whole team of the our IAP screen wounds and band for giving to serve our IAP community regarding the our own expertise regarding same topic. I just sharing the screen a while so everybody can understand what are the things what we are going to deliver during this presentation, and that presentation is very important for each and every participants. The importance of this IAP ke baat and community ke saath is that all the documents and all the material we are giving handover readily to each and every participants of the our member of the IAP who can directly utilize this material upfront and directly give a knowledge sharing to the each and every community activity what they are doing. And same thing is for this our screen boon and bond. We all know with this screen, without screen, we not able to meet today again. So this is an important message that boon is always there for this screen, but how we utilize this boon is that is the ultimately make us the whether it will be ban or boon. So it is in on up to us how we can utilize that, and same message what we are want to convey to our adolescent and the other our children. And for that purpose, this our PPT presentation what we are prepared. I am sharing that just for a few slides what that will be looking to you, and that will be helping us to convey the exact message what the I want to convey. I think you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, visible. Go ahead, sir.
Absolutely. So screen is always the boon that will be in red color because it will be the consider that ultimately this boon will make a ban because we make it dependent. And for that purpose, the learning objective, what we had keep for this presentation is to understanding the advantage and hazards, both of that media and screen utilization, reason of the high usage in the media and internet in adolescent, and understanding the high risk behaviors of the utilization of digital media use, and ultimately how we can make them the cyber safety learnings. And this is the why we are concerned about this use is the importance of this statistic that we have to highlight in each and every presentation, and that's the important thing. Screen time is the 6 hours and 40 minutes per day is being utilized by the our adolescent, and almost 81% of the smartphones users have keep their device all the time, including the bed. So this is a two important things where really help give us the idea how the impact of this screen media is over us. 68% of the adolescent is almost spending more than 2 hours, and at the same time, almost 87.2% of the children at the age of the 3 are already exposed this screen time. So that's why we have to understand that we should make this awareness very, very important for not only the just adolescent, but from childhood, they should understand the importance of this screen media. Again, why we are consulting about this adolescent, this is the reason why we are doing the our all the social media awareness campaign and all the our community work mainly related with the adolescent, because they are the our the 1/3 population of our India, and that's why we have to keep that thing, because they have a lacking of their breaks, but they having a very high curiosity, and at the same time they having a good peer pressure, excitement to do the high dopamine such activity, and that everything will be covered with the our this social media and the screen media platform. And that's why such type of the crimes are happening. Because of that, we have to understand this media is very, very important to take care in proper way, so that adolescents should not become the dependent on it, but they can utilize it in the right systematic way. And this is the why we all are concerning this screen time. This is a boon. All these boons are we very well know, and this boon ultimately make us to utilize the more and more attentively to the screen, and that lead to this type of the unhealthy media usage that include the incorporate the content overuse, addiction, and ultimately we landed either the crime or the cyberbullying and abuse. And for that purpose, we should understand that this harmful effect should not will be going to the our own children and our own community level. And for that, it's our own responsibility to use it very healthy way, and that will be the we have to manage in proper way with a goal of the management of the restore the healthy balance between the online and offline activity, promote mental, emotional, and physical well-being, reduce the potential long-term consequences of the overuse and addiction, and understand the safe and responsible behavior of the digital environment, so not harming the living the environment. And that's why our IAP come with excellent guideline of that screen use. And finally, our main targeted persons are the parents. They are the key thing what we have seen in the our video, that they should be the considered as the model, and they have to properly monitor, they have to set the clear boundary, they encourage the offline activity, be a role model, and watch for the warning sign. Of course, at the same time, they have to foster the open communication, take a healthy habit, stay involved in the activity of the children, seek help if needed, and become a web wise parent and act before too late. That is a very, very important thing, that you should be a digital parent. And if you are follow these things with a proper support as and when required for the psychologically, we will definitely make you us the wise parents also. And finally, few anticipatory guidelines what we are always giving in our own presentation, that is the thing before the utilization of the media, and at the same time you have to become the smart to make it more to prevent our cyberbullying, and utilizing in a safe way to obtain the prevention of the our media in improper way. And last but not least, stay offline, safe online, and be offline by the family media usage plan, digital detox, and digital media diet. And that's why we should understand that with all these things, screen may be the boon or maybe the ban, depends on you, what you are want to teach your children, what you show your digital well-being. Same thing ultimately reflect into the your children. So digital well-being is a really a critical for overall well-being of the each and every person. Thanks a lot for my message. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very, very comprehensive, very, very well explained. Thank you very much. Now it is my pleasant duty to invite our Vice President, Senior Vice President, North Zone, Dr. Satish Bhai Sharma sir. Dr. Sharma sir, are you there? Now also like to invite our Vice President from South Zone, Dr. Professor Singaravelu ji, to please address the audience.
I think
Sorry.
I think Singaravelu sir is busy with one workshop in Coimbatore.
Okay, sir. We'll wait for him to join. Meanwhile, we have the gracious presence of our Vice President Central Zone, Dr. 𝐂𝐨𝐹 Srivastava ji. May I request you to please address the audience, Dr. Srivastava? He was here just 1 minute ago. Ajay bhai?
Yeah, he was there. He was there. I think he's
Ajay bhai, are you there? Yeah, his name is still being shown as a panel in the
some network issue.
Okay. We'll wait again for him. Meanwhile, I'd like to request our Vice President West Zone, Dr. Atul Kulkarni, to please address. Dr. Atul bhai, are you there?
He's not there.
Then Vice President East Zone, Dr. Shantanu Deb, are you there?
He's also in some program. He has given a message.
No, he is excused it. Yeah. Please go ahead.
You have been given a lot of time by this Vice President.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So,
Sir, Ajay Srivastava sir will talk. He just now called me.
yeah, Ajay bhai.
Okay. Ajay bhai is there. Ajay bhai is there. Yes, Ajay.
Please spotlight Ajay bhai. Yeah. Thank you. शायर के बगैर महफिल अधूरी है। अजय भाई के बगैर आईपी की बात अधूरी है।
क्या बात है। थैंक यू डॉक्टर समीर। और वाकई में हेड्स ऑफ टू द कमिटमेंट ऑफ ऑल दिस आईएपी कम्युनिटी KVCKS, okay, from all team members for their hard work and determination and dedication. And my special regards to Dr. M.K.C. Nair sir for his unwavering commitment and dedication. And as the time tickles to the last 2 months of this wonderful community social program, I am surely going to miss this event as a panelist, okay? But Dr. Basant has promised to continue this project in next year too.
Samir, you're muted. You're muted. Please unmute.
I don't know who has muted me. Anyway, so what I told that in these parting moments, just 2 lines, of course, on this topic, that कि दुनिया गुरु से ज्यादा गूगल पे यकीन करती है, ये तो सब लोग जानते हैं कि the world believes more on Google rather than their teacher. So अपने हौसले को हम लोग ये कम्युनिटी को we want to give this message to community that अपने हौसले को बुलंद रखना तो सीखिए, अपने हौसले को बुलंद रखना तो सीखिए, बुलंद करना तो सीखिए। मोबाइल चलाना तो सीख लिया, कुछ देर उससे बंद करना भी सीखिए। थैंक यू समीर।
वाह, क्या बात है
कि मोबाइल चलाना तो सीख लिया, थोड़ी देर उसे बंद करना भी सीखिए। इट्स नॉट इजी जॉब। ओके, थैंक यू।
मोहब्बत में किसी के साथ जी लिया तो उसके बगैर जीना भी सीख लिए। क्या बात है,
क्या बात है।
I'm told Dr. Satish ji and Dr. Atul sir are also joining, and otherwise we have the vote of thanks. But before we go to the vote of thanks,
Satish Sharma sir has joined, sir. Satish Sharma sir has.
Yeah. So we request invite our senior national vice president, Dr. Satish Sharma sir, to please address the audience.
Yes, sir. Right now I am in Dehradun for IP action plan, vaccinology bridging gap, and So I think sorry, I'm running very late today. And the screening time, this is very, very important aspect that our society, our parents, they are not knowing how much screen time for what age is appropriate. So this is a very nice step on the part of IAP to educate our parents, children, and community about the proper screening time, so proper mental development of the children. So we will take it forward as we have taken other this IAP ki baat community ke saath. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before we hand over for the vote of thanks to Dr. Kishore Bendur sir, Professor Dr. Basavaraj sir, any final comments from you after seeing all the wonderful inputs from everybody? Dr. Basavaraj.
This is a very historic moment, Dr. Samirji. So such a topic which is the need of the hour for all the pediatricians, where we know 21% of the population is an adolescent. Even though it affects all, this 21% is more affected. And also, we have seen your virtual autism, what has been the recently, which has been making a trend across the world. And all these developmental and behavioral issues is a byproduct of this excess of screening time and all. Really, Dr. M.K.C. Nair sir has given a very insightful thought what as a policymaker, as Indian Academy of Pediatrics should do. I'm sure with Vasantji and Professor 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧 at the helm and Dr. Atanu Badra, all the suggestion which is came out with our IAP ke baat community ke saath ka program. So definitely we will take a clue from here. We'll bring out a much more crisper and clear and things which is needed for the needy children. I will commit on behalf of all. Thank you, Samirji. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We now request Dr. Kishore Bendur sir, very senior pediatrician, like a brother to all of us, and who has been integral part of the IAP ki baat community ke saath core committee, as well as he heads the monitoring committee. So it's over to you, sir, for your final.
Good afternoon, Samir, and in fact, though at the Fagan, a warm welcome to all of you for this very important program that we have had today, particularly with the dedication and commitment that we saw in Dr. M.K.C. Nair's talk and his attendance for this very important program. So it's, tells a lot to a lot of the youngsters who have been watching this program as to the commitment he has for the IAP. On behalf of the core committee of the IAP ki baat community ke saath, led by our dynamic president, Dr. Basavaraja, to be followed by the president who is incumbent now, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, the past president, 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐴, who gave us a very nice insight into what were his young days in when Doordarshan came. We have all followed the same pathway, Dr. 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐴, and we have seen what has been happening. So, in fact, it is not only the youngsters, but also the aged people also who are now addicted to the screen. Without the the mobile in the morning, instead of praying to God or watching the sunrise, we are seeing the sunrise and the light of our mobiles in the morning. This has become a thing. So the other point that I would like to make is, it was a boon to the IAP during the COVID time. Did you not utilize the screen to its maximum? And the living example for that is Dr. Basavaraj and Dr. Bakul, who made the DIAP platform into such a wonderful program for all of us to garner knowledge when we were we were isolated in our homes. So it was a boon for the IAP as far as the scheme was concerned. But slowly, what is a boon or what is in excess has become a bane, and today's program is what it was all about. I extend my warm gratitude and thanks to all the office bearers led by Dr. Basavaraja, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, Dr. 𝐒𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐴, the senior vice presidents, Dr. Satish Sharma and Dr. Srivatsava, who were in person here, and to the other three, Dr. Shingarvelu, Shantanu, and Dr. Atul, in spite of their absence. Our gratitude to them for helping out us in this program. The office bearers, the executive board members, the joint secretaries, and the scientific committee, which brought out this particular program thing, that is Dr. Samir Shah, who gave a nice presentation on screen time and its importance in our daily life, particularly in the adolescents, and how to go about detoxifying these people who are excessively using the thing. The wonderful video presentation of the TikTok or the timeline done by none other than our own Dr. Samir Dalwai, with great inputs by Dr. Kalyani Patra, was an eye-opener to all of us. It is such a nice thing that a message goes out in such short time to our parents. So I'm sure if we play this in our OPDs on our screens, which most of us have, will send a very strong message to parents and also probably children who understand the meaning of all of this. The scientific team led by Dr. Samir Shah, Kalyani Patra, Ranjit, Ashim Ghosh, Manmeet Kaur, a big thank you to. How can I miss out on one man who held the thread of this whole show, and that is Dr. Samir. Deftly, meandering through all of the program, calling the right people at the right time with good tidbits. So Samir, we are indebted to you as ever for the nice way of how it's a lesson for all of us to learn as to how we should conduct a wonderful program like this. Dr. Geeta Patil, my colleague and the scientific committee chairman, who's been so much engaged in getting this all of our programs. We are in the 14th edition of IAP की बात community के साथ, almost reaching the fag end of this particular year. And I'm sure Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, in all his wisdom, will continue this program, not only the way it is, but taking it into much greater heights. And he is all geared up to do this particular thing. My colleagues, Dr. Shantraj, Dr. Amrish Patil, all of them have played a big role in bringing out all of these programs all through the year. A big thanks to all of them. Not to forget the technical team led by Shruti, Dr. Nikita from the IAP, who always are the backbone, and we sit on their necks every time, but they have delivered the goods for the good. So thank you all for this wonderful opportunity. I'm sure we will be meeting very soon to launch the next project of the program. Till then, let us thank each other for this wonderful program that we have had today. And it has exceeded the time limit, but well, it is well worth the time we have spent with each other. A big thanks to all of you, and particularly to Professor M.K.C. Nair, who was with us in spite of his ill health. Thank you once again, Dr. Shamir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bendurji. And I'd like to end by reminding everybody that this was the brainchild, and this is the brainchild and vision of Dr. Basavaraja sir, taken ahead so ably with along with Dr. Vasant Kalatkar sir, supported by Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir, as well as Dr. Atanu, and the entire vice presidents and the OB and the EB of IAP Executive Board of 2024. All of this has been due to the effort put in by our leaders. So thanks a lot to Dr. Basavaraja sir for giving us the opportunity. And thank you to everybody, and wonderful day ahead. Wish you all the best, and may all of you have a wonderful Diwali and a great New Year ahead. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Samir bhai. Happy Diwali to you.
Happy Diwali to all our
Yes.
brethren.
Advance happy Diwali to all. Advance happy
Wish you
Diwali.
happy Deepavali to all. Thank you. Thank
Happy
you.
Diwali, Bastaraj ji.
Our IAP, yeah, Sham bhai.
Happy Diwali.
Always good to listen to you. Thank you. Thank you, Sham bhai.
नहीं, दीपावली के दिन भी एक प्रोग्राम रखेंगे
बिल्कुल बस।
नहीं सर, नहीं।
एक मॉर्निंग में रखेंगे और एक इवनिंग में भी रखेंगे, 2 रखेंगे।
सोशल
सेक्रेटरी साहब
प्रोग्राम
क्या बोलते हैं हम सुन ले। सेक्रेटरी साहब क्या बोलते हैं हम सुन लेंगे।
योगेश भाई प्रोग्राम रख के पटाखा फोड़ेंगे।
या थोड़ा पटाखा भी फोड़ेंगे।
मोबाइल को थोड़ा
अमूल भाई, सेक्रेटरी साहब क्या बोलते हैं हम सुन लेंगे।
चलेगा चलेगा, यस
यस सर, यस सर।
यस।
नहीं, वर्चुअल में सबको बुला देंगे ना, हैप्पी दीपावली करेंगे।
वर्चुअल में स्वीट्स बांटना पड़ेगा योगेश भाई।
हाँ,
वर्चुअल में स्वीट्स बांटना पड़ेगा।
बांटेंगे।
Dr. S.A. Krishna wishes everybody a very happy Diwali.
डॉक्टर
From Patna.
मिशन पे है।
सर
डॉक्टर
हाँ?
वेंकटेश्वर मिशन पे है, हुबली धारवाड़।
चलो, बाय बाय।
Nice, nice, nice.
बाय बाय।
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you very everybody.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, sir.
Thank you, Amol.
Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali.
Dr. Manjunath Swami,
Bye.
sir. Thank you, everybody.